I was an atheist until I saw Jesus in my living room. Let me explain. I was saved on 4/29/2018, and up until that point, I was desperate to give over control of my life and find my identity in something that wasn't fleeting. I tried finding my identity in being a girlfriend in toxic relationships. I tried finding my identity in my career that was so up and down. I tried finding my identity in drugs and drinking and being the life of the party, and none of these things would ever prove to be a solid foundation. They were always letting me down. So naturally that led me to a therapy journey and a lot of healing that needed to take place. But my therapist challenged me one day to figure out what spirituality meant to me, and maybe my identity would be there. So I was bold. I said, God, if you're real, you will reveal yourself to me. And I prayed that every day for 4 months. And I'll never forget, on this beautiful Sunday morning, I was reading a book called Walking with God, doing my research, trying to disprove that God actually existed. And I felt this wave of spiritual, emotional cleansing, and it was heavy and thrilling all at the same time. And I remember looking up, and there was Jesus as a shadow silhouette with his arms outstretched to me. And I was changed forever. God is real, guys. And he loves you, and he wants to be there for you. He will meet you exactly where you are. I basically just woke up every morning and I was like, God, if you're real, you'll reveal yourself to me. You're gonna do something big, it's gonna be amazing. Of course I wasn't ready, but as those 4 months went on, my heart began to soften. And I began to say, you know what? Like, if this truly is real, God, I'm so desperate for you to just come in and blow up my life, because I need it. And I got my answer on April 29th, 2018. I was sitting in my living room and I was reading this beautiful book that my therapist had recommended me called Walking with God by John Eldredge. And it was just the most beautiful display of what a deep, intimate relationship with the Lord looked like. I had never been presented that gospel before. And this was finally sinking in for me that this is a life that I want. I want to find that kind of purpose for my life. I want to have that kind of relationship in my life. And I remember reading a sentence in the book, we are at a world at war. And then all of a sudden, like tears were dropping onto the page. I was happy. I mean, I was like, why am I crying? This is so bizarre. And then it kind of felt like all of my emotions were being felt at once. And then I sensed a presence in the room, so I looked up, and the way that my living room was situated was I was on my couch, and then I had a really big window right here. And so I looked up into the window, into this beautiful blue sky day, and I saw a shadow silhouette of Jesus with his arms outstretched.